Welcome viewers, this is Winch here, glad you could join me. First thing I want to talk about before we get into the review of Aftermath is this is for console gamers only. Make sure you turn off auto aliasing. This greatly improves your frame rate and greatly reduces your lag potential in this game. I noticed a drastic change in my own personal gameplay as a result of turning that off. I want to thank Need for Speed Guy, my organization or my clan if you will, great friend of mine. And he was one that turned me on to that, and I wish I would have done it when I first started this game. But let's get into the Aftermath review. Now, first of all, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I've worked real hard on it. It took me over an hour just to edit this footage, and it's not... I really try to put effort into my video reviews of content because I just don't want to show you one gameplay and just make it bland. I'm going to show you a dynamic range of gameplay. I'm going to slow down clips that are epic. I want to show you gameplay that's enjoyable, fun, and I hope you really enjoy this video. So please like and subscribe to the video. Share it with your friends if you enjoy what you watch here. First of all, let's talk about the DLC content Aftermath. All of us are familiar with the Battlefield 3 DLCs that have been released, how they've had kind of controversial expectations, and basically, some of them dismissed. They dismissed the hit. Let's just be blunt about it. They failed to impress a lot of people, including myself, on certain aspects, in particular on console gameplay. I know PC guys, maybe it's a little bit different, but I think all in all, it was tongue-in-cheek on several DLCs, including Close Quarters and Armored Kill in particular. Back to Karkin, I think it's unanimous. That was a great content, and I think we can certainly add this Aftermath content to the mix. I would say by far, there is no hesitation at all that you should be considering getting this content. I would have to say, in my personal experience, it's the best content we've seen yet with Battlefield 3. It's absolutely incredible. And I hope this gameplay shows you that and sums it up for you. Here's the new Xbow. A lot of fun. It takes some getting used to. I've put a few clips in here throughout the gameplay showing various situations with it. I will show you some inconsistencies with it as well. But all in all, it's a good addition to the DLC. The only unfortunate aspect of this Aftermath DLC is that we don't really have any additional weapons other than this crossbow. I feel like we already have an enormous amount of weapons in Battlefield 3, so I'm not really sure bringing another half a dozen weapons or a dozen weapons or 10 weapons, whatever you want to call it, is really going to add anything more to the table. I mean, just think about the dozens of weapons already in this game. I mean, everything from carbines to sniper rifles to light machine guns, assault rifles. I mean, compared to any other first-person shooter, Battlefield 3, bar none, has by far the most weapons of any kind and the most dynamic different types of weapons. I mean, everything from, again, from PDWs to shotguns to snipers, you name it, we've got it in this game, and it's a lot of fun. And not only is that, but it's also Battlefield 3 tailors itself to weapon balancing very well. Everything's very realistic in the movements, and there's a nice Xbow kill there as we just kind of turn it on here in the corridors. Look at these environments, a lot of fun. By the way, this first map is called the Zodi Palace, and now I'm moving on to Epicenter. Again, everything's in the post kind of earthquake situation where we've had a large dynamic earthquake change the structure of the environments. So everything's pretty much destroyed already, which is kind of unfortunate in some respects because you really can't do any additional destruction to the environments from what I've seen. There are some buildings depending on what game mode you're playing, and I'll show all the game modes. If you're playing Rush or Conquest, there are some buildings that you can kind of get into and you can destroy those. But all in all, most of the situations or most of the maps you see here are non-destructible. And right here is the new explosive tip crossbow. I did unlock this. As you can see, very limited success with infantry. It's only meant to use, I think, for light vehicles, maybe like Jeeps or something like that. But I was a little disappointed by that. I was hoping that would kind of turn into a Black Ops type crossbow with that explosive tip on there. And maybe you could stick it to an enemy that's next to 3 other enemies and take them all out. But I guess some people would probably cry that's overpowered. But I was kind of looking forward to that. Unfortunately, that's not the case with it. There are actually several different weapon variants of the crossbow. And again, I only have the explosive tip unlocked this time, but I'll of course show you that footage. Check this moment out, a lot of fun. I'll turn off the commentary here for a second. Just watch this. Oh yeah, lots of fun. Again, epic moments like that. You see that vehicle blowing up there. Again, the lighting effects, the particle effects. Again, unmatched in any other game we've seen to date with first-person shooters. If this doesn't convince you this is the best first-person shooter out there, nothing will. Again, I like Black Ops, I like Call of Duty, but in terms of the Battlefield 3 experience, nothing out there will come close to immersing you in the gameplay and the environments, the lifelike feel of the weapons, how they handle, how they sound, how they look. Again, the graphics of this game on PC, it's incredible as well. Bar none, this DLC content really brings home and hits home what this has to offer. Battlefield 3, again, if you haven't got on board with it yet, take a chance now. You can get it for a great deal. It's an incredible amount of fun, and this content in particular with premium that's offered will really hit it home. A lot of these maps have a lot of feel to me like other maps we've seen in first-person shooters. I hate to keep comparing the two, but they are a little more like, I can't really, I mean, they do have more of a Call of Duty type feel. To me, this, if I could sum up this whole content experience, this to me is what Close Quarters should have been. They do have more of a COD-like and almost like a Medal of Honor type feel to them, where you're really in city environments, much more alleyways and corridors. Lots of places, by the way, where you can set up a bipod, and I always take advantage of that any chance I get as a support class player. So lots of intense close combat fighting, but as you can see, and also another gameplay, there's expansive long distance shooting as well. There's medium range engagements, and basically every map offers a combination of all the above, and it's an incredible amount of fun. And that's what it all boils down to, does it not? This is absolutely fun. It is so much fun to play this. It's unanimous amongst all my friends that I play with, again, highly experienced players. We all believe that this is the most fun we've ever had on any kind of maps playing any kind of first-person shooter. Masterfully designed, immersive, detailed, incredible amount of detail. Everything, again, from lighting effects, as I mentioned before, the particle effects, just every little shrubbery, sign, everything, again, interactive. I was playing on a map earlier today when the sign just came down right in the middle of us shooting, and it just looks so neat. Again, take note of this, flanking positions. It's all about flanking. Every map has many accessible points, and you're always conscientious of the spawning in this game. It's not too bad, although at the start of matches, the spawning is completely out the window. It's everywhere at the beginning of a match. Again, coming up behind the teammates, let's slow it down here. Coming up behind the enemy team lines. Again, moments like this where you outsmart the team, as you can see, lots of fun. Triple kill there. Keep going. Push it on again, and I'll continually flank this team. Everything has a means of getting around an obstacle. Again, so it's not like Call of Duty in some respects where you're strictly locked down and it's just like complete stalemate. You can never unlock. A lot of times it'll take an entire match just to break through a line. Not the case here with these maps. Again, moving on to the next map, again, a masterful design. And I'm showing primarily Team Deathmatch here in these first few clips, and I'll wrap it up with some Conquest and Rush at the end. And, oh, man, go from a triple kill to a knife. That's how your fate can turn in this game, and that's why we love it. Sneak in a little crossbow hit there. But again, this map is called Marquez Monolith. Big building, central building here with multiple levels. That's something you're going to see consistently across all these maps. Various, consistent, lots of vertical gameplay. So you're really thinking in 3 dimensions on this gameplay. You got to think up and above. You look at this lighting, by the way. This is on console, 7-year-old technology. That sunlight coming through there. Oh my gosh! These graphics are again pushing the envelope of what console has to offer. Certainly pushing the envelope of what we've seen with Battlefield 3 thus far. Just incredible. Absolutely lots of fun. You will not be disappointed with this content. I hate to keep singing the singing the praise song here and everything, but again, I'm very excited about it, guys. It's just I'm speechless in a lot of ways with this content. As you can see here, again, it's just a multi-level building. Lots of rubble. Again, everything's destroyed. And of course, there's buildings around the perimeter as well. It's almost like a shopping mall type situation here. We've got these escalators. Again, here I'm wrapping up a 7-kill streak here as a push up there. Look at this. Don't do it. Don't do it, buddy. Don't jump. He's not going to jump, is he, from that far away? Let's see if he does. Just unpredictable moments like this. I'm looking up at this guy. I didn't know. Obviously, he doesn't know I'm aiming at him. and just I'm like, did that guy just jump off that 3rd-story building and parachute down and I get that kill? Again, just lots of fun, just incredible amounts of fun. Look at these like trenches here, everything. Again, that's another consistent thing from all the fault line cracks, fractures from the earthquake destruction. You're always down in the trenches, so to say, there with all the rubble, and you have lots of cover that way. Trees swaying in the wind. Again, there's just so much detail to these maps, from everything from rebar sticking out of the concrete. A lot of the glass out there is smashed up all over the ground. Again, the sounds of everything, the dust in the air. Again, it just does such a great job, this DLC, of immersing you in this environment. You really do feel like you're in a post-apocalyptic type situation. Now, what we got over here? I love this crossbow. I feel like I'm hunting these guys. Okay, so he went that way. I'm like, oh crap, he's trying to flank around me, and he fails. I know you want to see that again. It's like, that means, again, the unpredictability, the one-on-one engagements in this game truly are almost a chess match in themselves. That's live strategy at its finest. Thinking on the fly. Unpredictability, again, just sums it all up right there. This game is just, it will keep you on your toes. It will keep you thinking. Again, not to compare to this to Call of Duty, but you're not going to see those types of engagements in Call of Duty that frequently. Although I am getting a lot of fun out of Black Ops 2. Let's talk about Scavenger here. This is a new game mode here. So pick up the crossbow. You start off with the pistol, and look at this. Take note of where I get this guy. Think about the range here. See the blood splatter there? That is not a one-hit kill. Explain that to me. So again, there is some inconsistencies, but this game mode in itself is a lot of fun. And this is the next map, to Law Market. Again, almost has kind of a Medal of Honor type feel to me, but a good sized map. Again, that's another great thing about Battlefield 3. They feel like these maps are perfectly sized, even for console gameplay. Not too big, not too small. But as you can see, you pick up these guns. You only start off with a pistol. Make sure you pick your own pistol first, by the way. You want to pick the right weapon. To me, the 93R was not working for me. I had to switch to a semi-automatic weapon to give myself a little more range with my pistol. So you can choose any pistol you want, but after that, you got to go out and pick up a gun. And again, your ammo content's very limited, so you got to make every bullet count. It keeps you on the toes. There's 4 capture points or more on these maps. It's like Conquest Domination. I couldn't believe how fast-paced this type of action was. It was a lot of fun, this game mode. By far, the best game mode they've come up with out of all the releases, and that steer away from the alternative means or the traditional means of gameplay we see in terms of domination, team deathmatch. This scavenger mode is truly unique, and it's a lot of fun. It brings a lot to the table, something that you actually want to play as you go on and play this game more. Again, these environments, this map again is a lot of fun. Lots of alleyways, lots of flanking routes, lots of vertical gameplay. Again, just consistent across the board, immense amount of detail, and that M5K really seems to be putting people down quick nowadays. Some people were talking about it being glitched. I'm not so sure, but check this out. Does this not look like it hits you? Again, the inconsistencies of the crossbow sometimes will surprise you, as I thought I would maybe pull off a double kill there, but unfortunately did not. Conquest here, I showed this in my last video. I just want to incorporate this clip again. Encourage you to watch my video about my initial... It wasn't my initial impressions. It was just great gameplay here on Epicenter. Here I am in the Jeep, the new vehicle here. We got 2 gunner positions on it. I'm in the aft position with the alternative machine gun. The forward position has an automatic grenade launcher. So we roll up here onto position Alpha. I'll slow it down here again. Just immersive gameplay, lots of fun as I observe a guy spawning out, a guy, and kind of foolishly fixate on the guy that just spawned in. Of course, he's spawn protected for a few moments, so I waste a lot of ammunition on that guy. So we roll up here again, take note of these particle effects, explosions of smoke. Battlefield 101, standard stuff, lots of fun. This map again is a lot of people's favorites. Epicenter is a great map for Conquest in terms of its flanking routes, its openness, vertical, multiple dimensions to it. Take note of this now in Rush, you can blow up doors. We're opening up a door to access the bomb site. That's another nice feature that you can do now. Look at that hole in that wall, huh? So this wraps up the review, guys. I strongly encourage you to support this DLC. If you have not got Battlefield 3, what are you waiting for? If you're on the fence because you've been scarred about the previous DLCs, have no worry. This is the answer you've been waiting for. better late than never is my interpretation of it. I know we've been kind of disappointed, in particular on console, but this is the answer we'll be looking for. You're gonna get a lot of fun out of this content. 10 out of 10 in my book. I haven't seen anything like it. This is what I wish all first-person shooters, whether it be Medal of Honor, whether it be Call of Duty, if they could have this kind of map design. Whoever designed these maps, whoever the animator is, whoever the game designer is, I mean, give that guy a raise and find him and get him on your next game, whoever's thinking about the next game, because this is what you want to see. This is a definition of just epic gameplay at its finest. This is Windshear, guys. Again, remember what I said about the auto aliasing. Make sure you turn that off on console, whether it's Xbox or PS3. Dramatic difference, trust me, dramatic difference. It doesn't really affect your graphical. So, it's technically turns down your graphics just a little bit, but you're not going to notice it. What you will notice is how much faster the gameplay is, how much quicker your frames per second are. It makes a huge difference. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, Aftermath, this is where it's at, and I'll have more Aftermath content to come.